I got no video for y'all. This Love Island season 6, episode 26. Let's get into it. So, the hideaway is open, and a couple of their choosing is Kendall and Nicole. Kane says he respects Liv, but romantically he ain't seeing nothing there, so he approaches Sierra. Liv not feeling the way, but she just wish niggas would be honest. So she have a conversation with Kane, and she's like, I just wish you had a convo with me first before, you went to Sierra, because we're actually coupled up. And that's facts. It's a respect thing. Daya instincts with Cordell, or Cordell instincts with Daya, however you want to look at it. I thought Daya was just finna go over there and go off on the nigga and walk off. She actually gave him the luxury of speaking his piece, which I wouldn't have done. I just would have said, fuck that nigga. So then he takes Serena to the little pier or whatever, and he's like, I want you. I'm willing to make this work. I'm going to give you some time. He kisses her and he leaves. She starts crying and says she doesn't know what she wants. We know what you want. You want to take him back, and you have love for him, so it's understandable. She's going to take him back. And if you didn't want to take him back, you wouldn't be acting how, you were acting before, and you just would have shut it down immediately. She's going to take him back. And like I said, that's fine. Like, trust. If you don't believe me, trust. She'll be taking that man back. At movie night, the little handshake shit is true. That man Aaron did make the handshake with Daniela, the exact same one he had with Kaylor. I didn't remember. I do remember them laying on the little circular couch thing and making out. I don't remember the handshake. Afterwards, they showed the Leah backseat clip, and she spurs up an argument about this shit. And I'm like, girl, we are so past this shit. This is literally in the past. Like, you have to understand, like, these aren't out of context clips, but timing means something. This is before we had our discussion. You know what I'm saying? After we had the discussion, we was never talking about this shit. We was never thinking about this shit again. But Leah was like, oh, so you guys are the ones that told Rob that I took a back seat. And it's like, huh? Like, are we dumb or are we stupid? Leah, how did you not know it was them? Like, wait, I didn't know that you didn't know it was them. Like, can we just put context clues together and just think? There was only 3 other people with you who was there. Serena, Kaylor, and Liv. Serena's your bodyguard, your guard dog, and I love Serena, so I hate that. But it's like, I have to say it because, like, as much as Leah talks, Leah's in everybody's business, got everything to say about everybody's relationships and circumstances. But it's like, anytime somebody comes at Leah, Serena's always there to protect her. Like, girl, she can stand on her own too. She stand on her 10 any other time. You don't have to protect her. You don't have to fight all her battles for her. She don't need that. That's a grown-ass woman. Let her have that same energy she have in everybody else's business in her own business. But I'm like, okay, Serena's, your bodyguard or whatever. She definitely wasn't going to tell Rob at the time. So it's only 2 options. it's either Liv or Kaylor from there. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the confusion. And then you knew it was them too, because they both decided to have a discussion with you, and they both felt the same way in the discussion that we had outside of the makeup room on the patio. How did we not know it was Liv and Kaylor? I'm so confused. But anyway, yeah. She's like, yeah, Kaylor, for you to say that is crazy. And then, like, Liv said whatever, and Liv's like, I didn't lie. Liv had me weak. She's so unapologetic. But that's me, though. Like, should I stand on everything I said? So, of course, they get into it once the clip is done, and Serena comes to the rescue well, guys, you got to understand that we all 3 made that decision. Exactly. You're inadvertently agreeing with us. That's all we're saying. Nobody's saying that all of Andrea's elimination was all Leah's plan. We never said Leah was the only one who voted. We took her word. We're not saying it's just her. That's not what any of us is trying to get across. But we're trying to get across that bitch didn't take the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying she was the sole purpose for the decision, but she not going to sit here and say she didn't vote. She not going to sit here and say she didn't put in no input. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So by you saying that, you're inadvertently agreeing with our point. Nobody's saying this is all Leah's fault. This is all Leah's. Well, I'm saying that. Of course, I'm saying. I stand with that nigga. Oh, fuck. Nigga, I'm saying that. But the girls aren't saying that. The girls are not saying this is just Leah. But they're definitely saying, hey, she's not going to play the background. No, bitch. You had your hand in the pot, stirring the pot as well. You put some ingredients in that motherfucker. You contributed a lot. We're not going to sit here and act. So whatever. After that, hey, that boy Aaron. That boy Aaron and some trouble. But no, after that, They show Kendall telling Cordell that him and Di's relationship is light years ahead of Serena's, and he thought it was funny. And the girl's like, "Don't laugh, don't. It's not funny, Kendall." And Serena was like, "You're a bitch, Kendall," which I still agree with that sentiment. She's like, you're a bitch, Kendall. Like, you're fake as fuck. He doing that same shit in here that he was doing out there, and like he thought it was funny, whatever. And then it was so crazy because it's like I don't want to say it's one-sided, but it's like, hey, how are you guys allowed to do something? The double standard I was talking about, but it's like, how are you guys allowed to do something? We can't. Kendall's laughing at his clip or whatever, and they're like, no, don't laugh, that's not funny. Then they show the clip of like fucking Leah trashing on Rob's emotions and saying he was extra and overdramatic, which I also agree with that sentiment too. Not the fact that he was crying. The nigga cried, he poured out his emotion. I'm talking about when that nigga was standing up there behind Andre, like, y'all sent 300, like, that was extra. But like him crying and expressing how he felt about Leah, I don't think that was extra. That was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that. But like him going up there and acting like he was gonna leave and then didn't leave, that was definitely extra. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. So it's like, they were like, yeah, Kendall, don't laugh, Kendall, that's not funny. And then after Leah completely trashed Rob's emotions and took a whole shit on his head, she didn't have no words after that. She's sitting there laughing. I'm like, what? Say something. Like I said before, you and Liv got the two biggest mouths. Y'all got so much to say about everybody else's business, everybody else's situation, everybody else's circumstances. Now they showing a clip of you. Bitch, say something. What the fuck? This is your time to shine. This is you. That's you. Say something. She don't have nothing to say. She's sitting there playing quiet mouse like, this is the shit I'm talking about. And her bodyguard can't even make up. She didn't know what to say, nothing to say. That nigga Aaron started getting turned up. And then, Serena was like, oh, you was more turned for Rob than you was for Kaylor. And da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, man, what does that have to do with anything? Like, I mean, that does have something to do with something. But it's like, in this specific moment, we're not even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we passed that, or I'm past that. You know what I'm saying? We on a whole different clip. We took our 15 minutes to delegate, and speak on the clip, and say our piece, whatever. We slick our past that, I ain't gonna lie. And like, speaking of, it's crazy too, because like that boy Aaron, like I said, in some Treble, I'm like, my nigga, hey, but that's why I was confused. I'm like, okay, so did he tell Kaylor he was making out with her? Yes. Did he tell Kaylor he kissed her and was loving on her? Blah, 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 blah. They cuddle. He put the print on her. Yes. And I get it. It's different seeing it. But my thing is like, if I'm ever in a position where someone tells me that they've cheated or done me wrong, I don't need to see it to know I'm not going back. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to visually see it to know I'm not going to go back, to know that they don't have another chance. When they're telling me, I'm already visualizing it, and I'm already like freaking the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I was confused. I'm like, she took the nigga back after he told her all he did. So live and die with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was lost. Why she's so hurt now. I'm like, hey, he told you. You know what I'm saying? He did say, we're not going to say the nigga lied. He did. Now, the handshake shit, he fronted on. But I'm like, the rest of the shit, he did tell you what it was. I know it's different seeing it, but I don't know what to do about that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not sure. But yeah. I was like, how y'all going to do that? Man, Kendall, shut up. Stop laughing. Leah shitted on Rob, and first thing she does is laugh. Nobody says anything except Aaron. I'm like, thank you, bruh. But I'm like, the rest of the guys, why is the rest of the guys? It's like they scared. It's like they scared of Serena and they scared. I'm like, call these hoes out. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like, they want to hold y'all accountable, and y'all niggas should be held accountable. As y'all should be held accountable. But if we gonna hold us accountable, we gonna hold everybody accountable across the board. Nigga, fuck you tell me. We gonna hold everybody accountable. Ain't no, we not gonna do shit for one side and then for the other, turn our head, put our head down, laugh it all, put our hand. No, we gonna hold everybody accountable if we gonna do that. These niggas scary. But it's cause these niggas know they fucked up. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this one. Definitely like subscribe, share, the cash fund.